Hello and welcome to episode 33 of our Ostriv Alpha 4.6 Let's Play. It is July of 1774, and the last time we played Ostriv was on a live stream, which is of course archived on this channel if you feel like going back and watching it. We did a lot of building in this part of the town, put a bunch of houses in, and have queued up as well 2 additional houses, a carpentry, 3 wagon sheds right here, and some hay barracks for those wagon sheds. We're going to be putting in some more production stuff in here as we get these house areas filled in. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Let them start building these houses, and we will start putting in other production stuff once these are done. It should be a pretty quick affair. Alright, that house is all done. Let's check out messenger friends here, what's going on. Not too much we can really do with the messengers at this exact moment, but we'll get there. Won't be too much longer. So depending on how the game decides to behave today will determine on just exactly how much we're able to get done. We're at the point in the playthrough now where the stuff is not wanting to run super smoothly anymore, especially with 1,546 people in the town. And soon to be more, I'm sure. So we might have to start slowing down to 5 times speed instead of just running on 12 times speed, and that's going to severely impact how much we're able to get done. But we'll see. Alright, another marriage, and of course we have a carpentry up here that they're looking to build now. And of course we'll service these wagon sheds and continue to aid in the expeditious repair and construction of carts and other means of transportation. Alright, that's all done. So what we'll go ahead and do is, of course, go back to the last one, copy our settings, and that should be pretty much done. Alright, and of course we have these wagon sheds down here. While this is happening, we can go ahead and make sure we have enough horses. So let's actually slow down to here. I might have to buy some more horses. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one of the 7 is very old, so we'll go ahead and don't have any draft horses available, but we can. I guess we could go ahead and buy 4 horses. Should be okay. Let's go ahead and get 4, and we can prepare. This guy's gonna die pretty soon. He's gonna be a little too old, but we can do this one. To be sure, as a start, we don't want to take any of the females out quite yet. We want to make sure they can actually produce little baby horses. Go ahead and get that going again, because it'll be a little bit of time before we have to actually populate these with horses anyway. So while they're taking care of this, let's think about what we might want to put into this area. It's probably going to need to be more production type stuff. In terms of jobs, we already have a deficit of available workers versus jobs that need to be done. So probably shouldn't be adding too much more stuff before we add very many more houses. Obviously, another focus probably should be to put a marketplace over here. We'll see what we end up having to do with that. It's gonna have to be somewhere over here. So I think probably behooves us to go ahead and just start building it. That way we can put a bunch more houses over here, because we know we're going to have to. Let's just get this more or less set up the way we normally do. Boy, this is really starting to lag now. We are firmly in the part of the playthrough where the game gets angry just for existing. Alright, so these two are done, but the one in the middle wasn't. That's strange. Well, we can go ahead. Once this is done, we'll just do all three at once. We're not really in a super hurry. So one thing I think I'm going to try is just build 3 across and then delete the center one. It's a way of kind of having a placeholder. There's no rule that says we can't do that. Come to think of it, there really aren't any rules in the first place. So that ought to be pretty good. Now if we can come in... Ooh, angry game. Angry game. Unfreeze, please. Thank you. Okay, so as soon as I get control of the movement in the game, we are definitely coming off at 12 times speed. It is just not working here. Alright, let's go back down to 5 times, and let's actually save. Because that is going to be a catastrophe if we have to restart. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do this, maybe, unless it doesn't want to go. We'll put the granary right next to it. Yep, that'll get us there, and then we just have the one more to put right here. And done. So we'll go ahead and, I know your favorite part is watching me click these same things over and over and over and over and over. It's just the way it works. I wish, click chicken meat twice. I wish there was a way to just copy a market stall settings instead of just granaries, although that is a nice feature to have. Don't worry, folks, we're almost done. Okay, and then of course our last 4 will be the 4 things that cause people to move out, which are, of course, are clothes, firewood, shoes, and warm clothes. So now that that's taken care of, we'll go back to not that one, that one. Apply all of those settings, come back over here, and now should be getting stocked pretty soon, which means, of course, we can put more houses. Who doesn't want more houses, right? So let's go ahead, put in a 3-layer housing dip over here. The 3 layers is not really that many layers for a dip. I don't know, 7-layer dip, 5-layer dip. I think probably should be okay. Right, that ought to get us somewhere. These wells still look to be okay. So how are we looking over here with our wagon? Wow, okay, this is already almost full. Okay, well, let's go ahead and copy paste all of this stuff so we can get these stocked up, and once they're ready we'll order the carts, or wagons rather. That's coming along slowly. Just take a little gander over here, see how our horses are doing. Okay, good. We want our young horses to be draft animals because they will last forever. So let's see, I've got 4, 5. 1 year I don't think is old enough to be a draft animal, and I don't want to make these draft animals, so we'll go ahead and make this guy. Okay, so that's 6. So to take advantage of those 6, we'll go ahead and order 2 carts apiece. Where is the nearest platform to this? Pretty far away, so where are these people getting their water from? They have some. We're going to have to put a platform in. Let's do one here. Yeah, because I don't see another one in this general vicinity anyway. Okay, so what do we have here? We'll start with that there. Then hopefully this one will get done. I want to click the 12 times speed so bad. I just know I can't. Can't do it. Let's go ahead and get our grid back here for the big arch number 2, as is tradition. Oh, it's not going to let me. Well, that's a little bit of a nasty surprise, huh? Well, we'll make do. We'll be okay without it. Somehow I still managed to make this not straight. I don't know how. Seems to happen to me quite a bit. Anyway, we'll just get this fenced off. We'll take it. That's fine. Okay. So, copy paste this one again. Then come back here and copy all of these. And now that will enable us to have a whole lot more houses here. And that is something to be excited about. Especially considering on the north end of this, we can put some houses with gardens. Because we're going to need a lot of those. Now it's going to tell me this is going to be occupied here. Because of the way I've attached stuff, but we've come to understand that that's not the case. Should be all good to go. Yes, we have a messenger there. We'll entertain them momentarily. Just want to get some of these houses put down here. Just go ahead and fill in this entire section. This is a interesting angle this tried to give me here. Let's move this back a little bit. Then I think in the corner here, we'll just make this one big house. And actually, I think if we're smart, too long, I think we can get away with doing something like this. Rotate this guy here. There we go. Give him a little spot in the corner of the map. Alright, so that is gonna be a whole lot of houses. I smell a time lapse. So let's go ahead and save. And here we go. another time lapse for your building enjoyment. Okay, so that's this entire area right here built up. We'll go ahead and take this back down to 5 times speed and save, or the game decides to crash again. Alright, so that is very nice. Added 11 houses here, getting close to 1,600. And we also have a platform added for these wagon sheds, populated with our, well, almost completely populated with our 2 out of 3 wagons done here. So now we have these 7 right here. That will probably take them a little bit of time to do. So let's check out what we've got going on here. We still have a ton of open vacancies. It's just something that is probably never going to go away, if we're being completely honest. But we do have, finally, some hay stored in this hay barrack here. Looks like our granaries are functioning reasonably well to start out with. We're selling things, importing, exporting, all that good stuff. Pigs are being pigs, you know. And now we've got some houses to build here. Won't make you sit through another time lapse though. There's only so much of that you can take at one time. Although they are fun. So what we can do while we're waiting is try and dress this area up a little bit more. Probably are going to need to have some more of these. This well's just kind of chilling out here. We'll put in 2 more there. And we'll put another one on this side. We probably could also put one over here. And I think that's what we're going to do. Put one there. And we want to avoid people kind of going between these two. So we're going to come up here with our fence. And just start doing this kind of a thing. And I think... Aha! I can get away with this. So we'll just inset that there to try and discourage foot traffic from going in between houses. And then we'll do the same thing here. I think I can get away with it. That'll help just a little bit. We can do a similar thing here if I can get it to fit. Might have to start a little bit further out here. I think that's probably about as close as we're going to get there. Of course, if we didn't have these wells here, it would be a little easier. But we can come right in between these, pop in a little fence, try and discourage some of that cross migration here. Alright, so that ought to help with that just a little bit, and this is being a little sketchy, so we'll save again. Looking forward to being able to trust autosave again whenever that's done being done, but that ought to help that just a little bit. We also have this area right here. Probably stand to be dressed up a tiny bit. Can I fit? No, but I can take a small arch right here in the middle. Just do one of these. It might actually not let me because of how close these zones are. So I think what I have to do for this then is just make it as annoying as possible to get water coming back that way. We do that. Do the same thing here. Not that it really matters for this side. I think I can go. There we go. Cool. So that will help a little bit, and we can dress up this area a little more by putting in a lovely gazebo near the water. So we'll leave the doorway to the gazebo on that side. Let people come as they wish. And even put in a couple of benches for people to enjoy sitting at. Maybe dress it up with a couple of trees. Actually, I think we can get away with something like this. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I want. That will be wonderful when that's all done. Almost. Well, that's still going to be pretty nice, even if I did have to only put 4 on this side. So that ought to be a nice improvement to that area. And we have a couple of houses here now to check on. Another marriage, another marriage. I imagine these will probably be marriages as well. But it's nice getting a little bit of decoration going right here. I think that would be a massive asset to the feel of this area of the town. And I kind of want to put something in the middle here as well. I could just put some trees, or a tree, but I don't know if I like how that looks. Could put another gazebo. Might actually be the best thing to do. Though I wish I had a little bit more room to come back here. If I put this gazebo here, that will at least allow some traffic going around it. I can't surround it completely with bushes, though. So we'll have to settle for a couple near the little stairs here. We'll go with that, and then we'll do the same thing over here with this one. Just put a couple of them right in the way. And that will add a little bit of interest here, and also promote people kind of going around the gazebo a little bit more. So I think that's nice. How are we looking over here? These are not completely in use, but they are undoubtedly doing a lot of good for our transportation system here. Let's check on our horses. Okay, so we do have a baby horse. So I think that means this is still old enough to reproduce, so we'll go ahead and make another draft horse from that. We'll keep these 3 females. We can go ahead and order another wagon. Just decide which one of these we want to put it in. Probably this one. Do that. That farm is looking good. Of course, nothing's stored here because we go through it so fast. Kind of a good problem to have, I suppose. We have 3 houses done here, and this is not yet occupied. Is this going to be some more immigration coming in? We'll find out, I suppose. We'll just have to take a look-see at all of this stuff. Okay, so we see they're occupied. I didn't see a family moved in, so we know it's going to be a marriage, and it is. Looking good there. So I think there's a pretty good chance by the end of this episode we'll get to 1,600 residents. And of course, if we do, that'll probably be the title for the episode, because, you know, I like to do stuff like that. Things are looking good here. Wells are still operating under capacity. We still have a ton of open job vacancies. I don't think that's ever going to change, based on how we have our stuff set up here. Cart sheds are looking pretty good. How is our carpentry look? Man, look at all these houses. This is insane. It's truly insane, especially considering that we are maybe 20 episodes closer to the start of this this playthrough than the last time we got not even quite this big. So I think we're doing something right. Carpentry is looking okay. Okay, I don't really have too much to complain about here. Those are taverns. Okay, they've got a ton of money, and that's absurd. They've got enough, and they've got no money. Interesting. So hopefully the addition of these houses here will help this tavern, and they'll patronize it and all that good stuff. But very, very interesting to get all this done. I know we're going to put some more production here, so I'm not going to put any more houses at this exact moment. I probably could put a third layer here, but we might save that for the next episode or live stream, depending on whatever comes first. Time-wise, it's going to be a little difficult to keep up with dailies this weekend, so I might actually record 2 tonight and schedule them up for distribution as necessary. So that might be something we get into in the next one. But we've still got a lot done in this one, and I know it's probably going to be a little bit shorter because of the time-lapse, but still plenty to be happy with here. We are going to go ahead and save again, of course, and get these last couple houses built as fast as we can, just to make sure that we get the building queue cleared out for today's episode. Yeah, I am very happy so far with how things have panned out in the town. I think a lot of good stuff, a lot of good learning has occurred, and I'm really excited to see what happens with the next update, whether that's 4.7 or a 5.0 release, whenever that might be. We're going to keep going as long as we can, although it's probably not going to be nearly as many Ostriv videos as we had in the first 20 or 30 episodes of this series. Probably going to do some other stuff as well. We're also nearing the end of our first Timberborn run, so we'll see exactly what we can get into with that and other stuff. Got a couple ideas. Some games I've already been familiar with that have had some fun new updates, so we'll see where that goes. But I am just thankful that we've been able to have the fun that we've had. Lots of wonderful support from everyone in this entire last playthrough of Ostriv, and of course before, and Timberborn as well. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure you go check them out. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit different from this game, but I think there's still a lot of value in what it does. Let's see what Drakachi's got. Shoes. Buy the shoes, buy the charcoal, sunflower oil, and clothing. It's a buyer's sale over here. Buy some iron ore. I think we can probably go ahead and buy... Let's go buy 1 male and 3... No. Oh, I can't buy any female horses? Okay, well, in that case, let's buy 3 male horses. Got tons of leather, got enough lime. We don't have a ton of flour, but we are making some, so I'm not worried about that. I think we're in pretty good shape, honestly. Like, we just keep building and the town just keeps on working. We've been fortunate enough to have very few actual issues, which is wonderful. And this house is done. We did also just get over 1,600 residents, because we had these people come in, I believe, is when that would have happened. It's funny that I missed that after talking about it all that much. Yeah, this is shaping up to be a quite nice addition to our little Ostriv portfolio here. And of course, this area is going to be filled with all sorts of other stuff as time goes on. We just have this market here. I want to make sure we have houses that are able to sell to it. Yeah, stuff is looking pretty good. Just make sure we tick that so we can have even distribution of stuff. Oh, already up to 1608 because we have a brand new family just moved in. All right, so let's get this last house built here, and then we'll say goodbye to this episode. Of course, if by now, for some reason, you haven't heard that I live stream here on YouTube and also on Twitch at twitch.tv/jcthebeard, well, this is your warning. I know that the hammering is kind of loud, so maybe we'll pull back a little bit. But we have all sorts of fun on our live streams, just hanging out, doing some city building here on YouTube, and also on Twitch doing other types of games. Age of Empires 4 just came out today or yesterday as of recording this video, and I've got to clear off 86 gigabytes of space on my computer so I can download it, but I will be playing that at least some over on Twitch. So if that sounds good to you, go on over and give me a follow there. Should be a lot of fun. Got a nice supportive community of people that are really friendly and love for you to be a part of it. But it looks like we're all done here. We've got another marriage, and now we just have these wells over here getting constructed. And that's going to be the end of today's episode. I really appreciate each and every one of you who watch these videos and leave comments, whether they are supportive or constructive. I appreciate them all. So don't be afraid to get active down there and let me know what you think, or if you have any ideas or improvements or suggestions. I like reading the comments, and I like engaging with all of you. So we will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.